Good morning, everyone. This is the Oil Conservation Commission meeting for December 2024. So we'll get everything started here. We'll get a roll call. My name is Gerasimus Rosados. I am the acting chair for the Oil Conservation Commission. Then we'll kick it over to Dr. Mpomo.
I'm Dr. William Ampoma, the designee of Energy Secretary. Thank you.
Excellent. And Commissioner Bloom.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Greg Bloom, designee of the Commissioner of Public Lands, participating virtually today. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. As always, we'll start our meeting with the approval of our agenda. So approval for the December 12th, 2024 agenda. Can I get a motion to approve it, please?
I so move.
Excellent.
I second.
Excellent. Thank you. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All great. So our agenda for this meeting has been approved. Our next topic is the approval of the November 12th through 15th 2024 meeting minutes. If I could get a motion to have those minutes approved.
I so move, and I appreciate Sheila having put those together. That was quite a feat. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I second.
Excellent. And I agree. Thank you, Sheila. We appreciate that. We do need a roll call for this. So all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Excellent. So our meeting minutes have been approved. Our next topic is the approval of the 2025 Open Meetings Act resolution. Commissioners, you should have been sent a copy of it and reviewed it. Have you been able to review it, Commissioners?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Chair. I have no questions. They look good to me. Thank you.
Excellent. Dr. Mpoma, any questions?
No, I do not have any questions on it.
Okay. So could we get a motion to approve the Open Meetings Act resolution, please?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I so move.
I second.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. So we need to do a roll call as well. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So our Open Meetings Act resolution for 2025 has been approved. We also have on here a discussion of the procedure for the printed materials and exhibits at the OCC meetings and hearings. Commissioner Bloom, I believe you had set this up for us.
Yes, and I think we saw at the PFAS ruling or hearing, which is still ongoing, that we had enormous quantities of materials printed out, all things which had been sent to us electronically as well. I did not have a chance to look at what our rules say about this, but I just hope that in future hearings, if there's agreement, we could just move to electronic submittal to save paper and time for everyone, or perhaps have some kind of a period a month out where we ask if anybody would like to have materials printed out and just print for those folks that need or want something physically in their hands. But it just seemed like we had a lot of waste after the first part of our PFAS hearing.
It was voluminous for sure, that to say the least. But I think we probably should look into it a little more. So maybe we could also talk with our legal counsel, Commissioner, and see if what options we have, and we can go that route. So maybe we can table it for this particular meeting and maybe come back with it with maybe some suggestions after we've talked to legal counsel as well.
Very well, and I'd be glad to send an email to Mr. Rubin. I know he's not with us today, but I'll reach out to him and just ask him to look into that, if that works for you.
Excellent. Commissioner Mpoma, do you agree?
Yes, I do. Agree.
Okay, excellent. So we'll do that, and we can tackle this topic again maybe at our next meeting. Okay, so then we're going to move on to our pending cases. Our first case is case number 24881. It's the application of Northwind Midstream Partners LLC for approval of an additional redundant acid gas injection well and to amend order number R20913 as amended and SWD 2622 to authorize an increased share maximum daily injection rate in Lee County, New Mexico. This is set as a status conference. Are all parties here for this particular case?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Michael Felderwert, the Santa Fe Office of Holland and Hart, appearing on behalf of the applicant.
Excellent.
Good morning, Caitlin Luck, appearing for NGL South Ranch, Inc.
Okay, excellent. Was there anybody else that would have any interest in this particular case, maybe online or present here? Mr. Felderwert, that you know of?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, Ms. Luck. Okay, excellent. So, Mr. Felderwert, since this is your status conference, let's
Sure.
start with you.
So as you'll see from the application, Northwind seeks additional authority to inject treated acid gas in the Silurian Devonian formation through an additional AGI well, which they're going to call their Titan AGI number 2. The application seeks to amend two existing orders that authorize disposal in this formation through the Salt Creek AGI number 2, and that was approved in R20913D as in David, and then SWD 2622. That's why you see them referenced in the application. And essentially, the application seeks authority to drill this additional, I guess you'd call it redundant well, in the same disposal zone so that they can share the maximum daily injection volume through either one or both of those wells to service the increasing sour gas disposal needs at Northwind's Titan treating facility. As you may recall, perhaps from the Salt Creek hearing on the AGI number 2, that facility is currently serviced by disposal in the shallower Delaware Mountain Group. And pursuant to the division's order, the company has actually now completed drilling that AGI number 2, and they're running the logs. So granting this application will provide Northwind with a second deep disposal well at the same location. So we're asking that the commission place this matter for hearing as soon as possible. We filed this in September. I know notice has gone out in a timely fashion. We're ready to proceed on your January 16th docket, recognizing that February and March with your schedule poses some challenges. So we're hoping that this can be placed on the January 16th docket. We're only going to have a couple of witnesses. I don't think it'll take but a half a day. I know that Ms. Luck has appeared for a company called NGL South Ranch. We're a little surprised by that objection and notice of intervention because they're not a surface owner. They're not a mineral owner within a mile. They have not indicated a basis for their objection, but I know that Northwind is reaching out to them and to determine their concerns, and we'll be ready to address whatever concerns they have at what we hope would be the January commission hearing. So my biggest request today is that we set this for a hearing on January 16th.
Thank you, Mr. Felderwert. Ms. Luck.
And NGL South Ranch, Inc. was an affected party to the application and was provided notice. So pursuant to the rule, I have entered an appearance on behalf of that party because there are concerns regarding migration and the underground formation underlying the property owned by my client, NGL South Ranch, Inc. And so at this point, NGL would like to present evidence at the hearing. I understand there are still discussions going on to see whether or not we can resolve the issues. But at this point, there is an objection to the proposed development plan due to the pressures proposed and this migration issue. And so we do intend to present evidence and testimony at any hearing that's set in this case.
Okay. So, Ms. Luck, just quick question for you. Would you be ready to go to trial, or are you all needing more time?
It would probably be preferable for the hearing to be set out further than a month from now. But of course, we would defer to the commission's schedule and what the commission has available, and we would make every effort to be available and ready at that time.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions from you all?
No, Mr. Chair.
No, Mr. Chair, for now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I know the commission's schedule is quite booked. The January already has a 2-day set for it. So it's going to be a little tight for the January one. I don't think we'll be able to do the January one. February, we have another case that's going to be pretty prolonged. That takes us into March. Sheila, March is fairly open, correct?
It is open right now, and the date for that one is March 20th.
Okay. So I think the soonest for all parties, just because the way the commission schedule is, would have to be March the 20th. So it's about 3.5 months out.
What's, if I may inquire, what's the January? Remind me, what's the January?
Sheila, can you remind us what the January case is?
Sure, it's filed by Apache, and they're in testing conditions for approval of scope of work on a matter.
Thank you for the reminder. Yes, this was the one that we heard at the beginning of the November rulemaking. We had the hearing part, and it was between the division and Apache. Okay. So,
and then February, is that the rulemaking?
No, Mr. Felderwart, February is the Goodnight Empire case.
The death battle. Okay.
I don't have any comments with that. It's just the Goodnight Empire.
All right, because I was exploring whether if there's a possibility if one of those cases goes away, perhaps we could get placed on that. I understand like I said, we were hoping to get this quickly because they want to get this redundant well approved so that they can move forward and have it available in this deeper zone. So I understand, but I understand your constraints.
Yeah, the soonest that the commission can hear it right at the moment is going to be March. So Sheila, can you remind me again, March what?
March 20.
March 20. Okay. Okay.
And just for clarification, due to Mr. Felderwart raising this concern, my client is related to HydroSource Logistics, which was provided notice on table B1, which is page 83 of the application.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
And I'm assuming we'll just follow the commission's general rules and pre-hearing filings.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll follow all the general rules, and as you both mentioned, if communication changes in the interim, definitely let the commission know, and then we can go from there. So, commissioners, any questions on that?
No, from my side.
No, Mr. Chair.
Excellent. Okay. So this one's going to be set for March the 20th, 2025. Gonna get used to saying 2025 here. So
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Give you a second to move in. Our next case is the consolidated cases of 24816 and 24878. This is an application of Avant Operating LLC for approval of a non-standard unit and compulsory pooling in Lee County, New Mexico. For both cases, we had consolidated them, and so we're doing a status conference. Are all parties present for this particular case?
Good morning, everyone. This is Dina Bennett appearing virtually on behalf of Avant Operating.
Excellent. Thank you, Ms. Bennett.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. Michael Felderwart with the Santa Fe Office of Holland and Hart appearing on behalf of PBEX and EGL, the parties that filed the de novo appeal.
Excellent. Thank you.
Jackie McLean with Hinkle Shaner on behalf of COG and Concho Oil and Gas.
Excellent. Is there any other parties, either online or present, that would also be part of this that anybody knows of? We'll start with you, Ms. Bennett. Do you know of anybody?
No, I don't.
Excellent. Mr. Felderwart?
No, sir.
Ms. McLean?
No, sir.
Okay, excellent. So let's start with you, Ms. Bennett.
Thank you. It's my understanding that Avant and PBEX have been working on an agreement that would resolve the need for this de novo appeal. And of course, I'll let Mr. Felderwert weigh in on that since it is his client's de novo appeal. But we had requested a status conference today to allow those negotiations to have some room to run. And the parties, it's my understanding, still need some additional time. And so we would be asking for a follow-up status conference in March or April to hopefully at that time report back that the discussions have been fruitful.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bennett. Mr. Felderwert?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'm looking at an agreement. It looks like the parties executed late yesterday that I believe, as I read it, is going to require some dismissals by both parties, both at the division level and then here at the commission level. But clearly, it just happened. So I think what makes the most sense is that I would suggest you set this at a future docket for a status conference. My guess is that we'll be dismissing our de novo appeal.
Okay, thank you. Ms. McLean?
COG and Concho are just observing and maintaining an appearance, so we don't have a position on. We'll be here for whatever happens.
Okay, excellent. So just to make sure that I understand, Mr. Felderwert, you're basically saying that you've come to an agreement as far as you know, so we should just do a status conference. One more?
Yes,
So
that would give the parties time to but council time to confirm the agreements, give the parties time to set up the what I suspect will be mutual dismissals. So all you need at this point is a status conference, and like I said, it may be everything may be dismissed by that point anyway.
Okay. Commissioners, any questions that you may have?
No.
Mr. Chair, this sounds good, Mr. Chair. Thank you. No questions.
Excellent. Thank you. I think we could probably set this one as a status hearing for the January case, the January hearing date. And you could give us a status for that. Does that work for all the parties, Ms. Bennett?
That works for me.
Mr. Felderwert?
I think that'd be fine.
Excellent. Ms. McLean?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll set it up for a status conference for January. And then if there is a dismissal, we'll be able to process that at that time.
Great.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Commissioners, just to make sure, any questions?
No.
I see you shaking your head, Commissioner Bloom.
No, Mr. Chair, I can't turn off the mic button fast enough.
No worries. Totally understand. Okay. So thank you to all parties involved with this one.
Thank you for
Appreciate
your
it.
time.
Thank you. Our next point is any pending litigation. We don't have any representation today from the Attorney General's office, so we don't have any updates for that. The following point is any other business that we may have. Commissioners, any business?
No, from my side.
Okay, Commissioner Bloom?
No, Mr. Chair.
Excellent. Thank you. Our next meeting is scheduled for January the 16th, 2025. So we'll all be ready for that one, for that particular case. And if there's nothing else for the December 2024 last meeting for this year, its meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. We'll see everybody next year. Appreciate it.
19 minutes. Thank you. Take care.
You're welcome.